Good morning, everyone. Here on site. I think the last video I told you I got the ceiling all painted and lights in, smoke detector up. They have a fan they want me to use, so just waiting for them to drop that off. Along there gets a piece of 1x4 trim. They wanted a detail up there, so that's what they're gonna get, I guess. Around the edges here, gets just, you just take a 1x4 and rip it in half and makes a nice little trim for around there. But yeah, the objective today, I got the polyol or pine all sealed and outlets hooked up, covers on. Nice having power here. Objective today: sand this bathroom, paint this bathroom. Hopefully, I would love to get all these windows trimmed today, which shouldn't take too long. It's just tedious work because that's what everybody looks at, is window trim and such. But yeah, so shouldn't be too hard. Just gotta quit running my mouth to the camera and get at it, I guess. I also at some point need to clean up this frickin' mess. I mean, there's just shit everywhere. Window sills all over the floor, stuck in the closet. Oh yeah, we gotta paint that closet today too. But yeah, no, this shit drives me nuts. But I guess can't blame it on anybody but myself, right?
Dura Supreme cabinetry is a beautiful choice and a wise investment. Come see me today and let me show you how affordable and beautiful your new Dura Supreme kitchen cabinets can be. Hugo Lumber, the Carpenter's Place, West State Street, Ithaca.
Here's talking business over coffee with Cayuga Radio Group President Chet Osachi.
My guest is Cliff Carey. He's the owner of the Timeless Hearing Provider Network with 4 locations in and around Central New York here.
Just working on the window trim here, building the extension jambs. This window and the 2 big windows out there are all the same size, so what I like to do is I like to cut all the pieces for all 3 windows, if you got several that are the same, and get them all cut to length and then run them all through the table saw, and then you can go right through and build all of them. That way you're not building one and then trimming it and then building the next one. It just kind of speeds it up, just getting them all cut and getting them all set. I got my measurements here. I've got the parts to one window already cut. Just working on the other 2 now. Okay, so we got the parts cut for all 3 windows to build the extension jambs. Now what you want to do is measure from your window out to your finished wall, and it looks like 5 3/16 is going to be our number. And just make sure that's the same on the top and the sides and bottom, which it looks like that's the winner. And then all these windows they've got pine around them on all 3, so we can now take those, run them through the table saw at 5 3/16 and build them, and then they should slide right in the window, and then that way, you know, it brings it out here, gives this a nice finished edge, and then our trim will sit flush, flat on the extension jamb and the wall, and makes for a nice finish. But anyways, I'm gonna go do that right now and be back in a minute. So on these extension jambs, you always got to keep in mind, so I like a 1/4 inch reveal around the window to the extension jamb. and you're essentially just building a box. So obviously, with this being 3/4 and you having two sides, you got to add 1.5 inches. You know, you measure with your 2/4 inch reveals, which is 1/2 inch. You get that number, and then you have to add 1.5 inches. You know, for the sides to come down and nail. I've screwed it up many times, and this pine isn't cheap, as we all know, so it sucks when you do that. But if you just take your time and think it through, typically you'll be all right. But yeah, and it really doesn't matter. I like to make the top and bottom, you know, I don't know what you call it, but I like to add that 1.5 inches to the top and bottom instead of the sides. It just kind of make it looks nicer. But then you just make sure this side and this side's flush. I've already ran this through the table saw. And nail it together. Build your box. And there's that. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Yeah, I usually start with my with my two side pieces. They're going to be the same exact length as your upright on your extension jamb. And then after they're on, you know, just measure side to side, and that's your top and bottom. If everything's square, those will be the same as well. So, yeah, turning out nice, getting there.
Don't taste too good.
Talk to your child's healthcare provider today and make sure your kids are up to date with all vaccinations. A message from the New York State Department of Health.
DeWalt 53-piece mechanic set. Save $50 is on sale for up to $40. The best sales in early March. Plus will be on the increase tonight as well as dirt road and the Butte country, blue skies and sunshine today.
Hello everyone, just getting home from work here, got the fire ripping, got the tractor running, gotta go bring in some more wood, but yeah, Brindley's last Christmas gift showed up finally, not the box of beer, that's mine. I was stressing over that a little bit, so I'm glad to see that. But yeah, gotta go dump the trimmings off the Christmas tree. Finally got that the other night. I'll show you that in a little bit, but first thing I gotta do is go get some more wood, so I'll see you in a little bit. Good morning, everyone. Just realized I never showed you the tree last night. I'll have to show it to you when it's dark. It looks pretty cool, but I just go up on the hill every year up on Dad's property, and I find a tree that looks decent and something I can work with. They usually always end up looking like Charlie Brown trees. My family picks on me because they say every year I get a Charlie Brown tree, but everybody likes it, and it holds presents under it just fine. So, and I didn't spend $200 on it. But anyways, gonna get some coffee going and get some breakfast done up here and try to get some stuff done today. Got a chuck steak here. Kind of a random steak to be cooking for breakfast, but we'll throw her in that pan for a little bit there. Cook up some eggs and maybe some toast. Coffee's going down good this morning, I can tell you. Start with a little Old Bay. Always delicious. Garlic powder. And a little Hunter's blend. Look at that steak. Damn. Gonna be good. How could a person ever complain about that? steak, eggs, and toast. Some good coffee.